Hello and welcome to Untitled Chapter. Today I'll be doing a reading for Taurus. Okay, so this is going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. Tauruses. If you have any of these planets in your chart under Taurus, welcome. If not, welcome as well. You probably have a message in here for you, so keep an ear out. And if you are a cross watcher, I welcome you with open arms because everyone knows I was a cross watcher for many videos myself, so I get you and I got you. Now, the way I work for readings is that I first pull cards from the Radlech Valentine Fairy Tarot deck, then I clarify those with Brian Froud's Fairy Oracle, and finally, if I need any further clarification, I use Sylvia Netzer's Mirror Truth Lenormand deck. Now, we all have an intuition. It's key that we learn how to use it, so check out the video I post on Monday for that. And a reading is like a snapshot of the possible future that might arise if you continue doing what you've been doing up to this point. If you don't like it, change what you're doing. It's as simple as that. Now, my gorgeous Tauruses, let's get into your cards. Yes. So, please, angels and guides, anyone who has good, who has a message for my Tauruses, please come forward and share what they should expect. For the coming week, please, angels and guides, anyone who has good, who has a message for my Tauruses, please come forward and share what's coming. And you got the Prince of Spring. Now, please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Tauruses, please come forward. Oi. This was in the reverse. 5 of Autumn in the reverse. That is a... well, we shall see, shall we? So, please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good, and you got the 8 of Winter pointing towards the left. Now, cards pointing towards the left to me mean that they're coming in slowly or they happened in the past. So, put it as it fits. Now, please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Tauruses, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. And you got another one pointing towards the left. Ooh, the 10 of Autumn pointing towards the left. Now, like I said, cards pointing towards the left to me mean that they're happening super slowly or they happened in the past. Now, I'm going to let the clarifying cards tell me more. Tell me more, tell me more. Like, does he have a car? Tell me more. Grease. So, please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Tauruses, please come forward and clarify why the Prince of Spring is here in the upright. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Tauruses, please come forward and share. And you got the Fawn with the Soul Shrinker at the bottom of the deck. And the Lady of the Harvest behind that. Yep. No, don't you dare fall. My cards have a tendency of falling from where I place them. I'm like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Right. So, please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Tauruses, please come forward and share why the 5 of Autumn is here in the reverse. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good. Ooh, and you got the Green Woman pointing towards the left. No, and you got List of the Shadows at the bottom of the deck, followed by Singer of Healing, Yes, as well as Arval Parrot. Arval Parrot, let me continue. The Undressing of a Salad. Penelope Dreamweaver. Well, I'm guessing we're having the mini deck for this one. Sylvanius. Topsy Turvets. Mini deck it is. Ecstasy. No, excuse me. Ecstasis. Okay. Iris of the Rainbow. If I continued, I don't know if I have much cards left at the end of this reading. So, please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Tauruses, please come forward and share why the 8 of Winter is here and pointing towards the left. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Tauruses, why is the 8 of Winter here pointing towards the left? And we got the Rar card with, oh, that gnome at the bottom of the deck. And the Singer of Connection behind that. And the Birth Mother behind that. Yep, I'm going to stop it right here. Yeah. So please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Tauruses, please come forward and share why the 10 of Autumn is here pointing towards the left. And you got Lattice Moon's Daughter also pointing towards the left. With Fairy Guidance at the bottom of the deck, followed by the Sage. Followed by Mike the Myomancer. E. Okay, so this is going to be an interesting reading. Okay, now my Tauruses, my beautiful Tauruses. Give me a moment. Yeah. Alright, so first card you guys got is the Prince of Spring. Now the Prince of Spring is the Prince of Wands in this deck. Okay, it says that this individual is a charming, self-confident, passionate, restless individual. At the bottom of the deck, at the bottom of the card, not the deck, but of the card, it says immediate action, a challenge you can successfully manage, a passionate relationship. That's good. Well, I mean, it's good until it proves itself not to be. So we're a little early to make judgment calls. So the first card clarifying it is the Fawn, which talks of understanding the nature of nature, natural magic, natural wisdom. Yep. Then you got the Soul Shrinker, which is mainly a bad card. It says cruelty, malice, gossip, curses, destruction, and yet at the very end it says blessings, because that's generally what bad things are. They're blessings in disguise. You just have to sift through all the nonsense that the non-lovely things to actually find something of substance, something that is meant to help you grow, and that is what it is. And then you have the Lady of the Harvest. Now the Lady of the Harvest talks of completion, loss, liberation, and harvest. It also talks of grief, but that is neither here nor there. So basically, I feel like you are understanding something with the Prince of Spring. You're understanding something. Something will come to prove it, to test your, how should I say this? To test your fortitude of character, to see how well you learned your lesson. And once you have been tested and you have passed, this is what is going to happen, right? Completion, Harvest, release. If you haven't learned your lesson yet, what will happen? Grief and loss is the way I see this. Right. Next, you have... wrong card. Next, you have the Five of Autumn in the reverse. Now, the Five of Autumn in the reverse talks of you aren't reaching out for help, from assistance from others. It also says that it is the right timing to make a career change. And it also says that you might be hiding the fact that your money issues are troubling you, maybe. That is only for this week. So maybe next week you will have gotten out of this and you will have started looking for a job. You know. I don't know. Or you start to find something that is more lucrative as well as more in line with what you like to do. Now, the first card clarifying that is the green woman pointing towards the left. Now, the green woman, okay, well, cards pointing towards the left to me mean that they're happening slowly or they happened in the past, as I mentioned. Right, so this card is saying natural magic, expectant gratitude, wildness, untamable creativity. So, or this happened in the past, or this is coming in super slowly. I feel like this is coming in super slowly because you aren't utilizing everything that is possible for you. What do I mean by that? I mean that so you have all these opportunities in front of you, one of which is asking for help from others, but I feel like you aren't noticing that you have this option and you are staying far away from it. For which reason? I don't know. Maybe it's because of your pride. Maybe it's because of what you've been taught since your youth or whatnot. Don't ask for handouts. Like I said, pride, you know. But I don't know your reason, or this might be you or the someone you're dealing with. So either way, something's gotta give, right? And the next card is the List of the Shadows. Now, List talks of healing the shadows, addictions, bondage, self-esteem. So, in order for you to, well, not in order for you, but in order for this individual, for whom I'm picking up on, okay, to fully be able to heal, they need to work on their shadow first, right, and free themselves of this addictions or whatnot. Then, once they do that, they will heal their mind, body, and spirit. Okay. Okay, so why would they need to communicate? They need to communicate their willingness to grow and to expand, right? They do. They have to admit it to themselves. They need to communicate that with themselves, right? Yes, they do. Okay. Now, once they admit it to themselves, they will be able to tap into the undressing of a salad. Now, notice how everyone on this card is brown except this one guy. the blue guy. So to all of the brown ones, he looks odd. He looks improbable. He looks out of place, which is normal. What do we do when we see someone that looks different than the majority of the people that we are surrounded by? I don't know. What do? Well, if I don't check myself before I wreck myself, I kind of stare. So that is my issue. Well, I used to. At least I used to. So, yes. What was I getting at? Brain fart. So you're not asking for help from others, possibly because you're having a little difficulty seeing what is coming towards you by having expectant gratitude, and because you or the person you're dealing with hasn't fully healed their shadow side. But once they do, it will completely heal their mind, body, and spirit. And for that to really happen, they need to communicate their wants, their wishes, their desires. Okay? And once they communicate their wants, wishes, and desires to themselves or even the people around them, they will begin to seem like they're unusual. Also, they might have a very nice butt. I don't know. So, very toned buttock. I kid. In any case, then you have Penelope Dreamweaver, which Penelope, okay, talks of inspiration, magical dreams, visions. And once you tap into this energy of being cool with your difference, with being fine with it, and being and knowing that you're going to be fine nonetheless, you will be able to tap into this energy where you'll start having visions, you'll start becoming inspired for doing the things that you want to do. Just because the others don't want to doesn't mean that you are going to stop yourself from doing it, is what I'm getting. Okay. Next, you have Sylvanus, which talks of truth cutting through deception, clarity. So, I guess that is, yes, didn't I say about inspiration, and you do what you want because you are at a point where you're not really caring what other people necessarily think? That is where this comes. You're able to cut through deception, cut through BS, cut through whatever needs to be cut through in order for you to get to what you need to get to. Right? Right. Then you have topsy-turvets, which indicates you needing to change your viewpoint. You needing to change your viewpoint about something, because maybe you were healed, yes, but you were healed, though something within you stuck from what you had difficulty with, and you needed to change your viewpoint in order to see it differently, in order to gain new clarity, in order to get a new perspective, in order to get to what you wanted to get to. That was a very long explanation, but next. And once you have this turning of a viewpoint, you will be able to tap into ecstasis. Now, ecstasis talks of ecstasy, joy, rapture, motivation. You will be over the moon with joy, happiness, contentment, what have you, and what not. Yes, you will be over the moon. Okay, next you have Iris of the Rainbow. Now, Iris of the Rainbow. Didn't I say You're going to be ecstatic. You're going to be over the moon with joy. This card talks of hopes, miracles, promise for the future. Excuse me. This card talks of hope, promise for the future. Now, what happens when you become happy? You start seeing things in a brighter light. You start seeing more possibility for you, you know? And all that jazz. And all that jazz. And all that jazz. And all that jazz. Okay, next card. You have the 8 of Winter pointing towards the left, my Tauruses. Now the 8 of, first of all, cards pointing towards the left, to me, mean that they're happening slowly or they happen in the past, like I just mentioned, well, not just, but that I mentioned before. So, this card says you have what it takes, if only you believe in yourself. Thinking that you're powerless when you're not. A lack of self-confidence that keeps you from getting what you want. And all that jazz. Why is that coming up? In any case, so it's taking you time for you to realize that you have what it takes and that you need to believe in yourself a little more in order to achieve whatever you have in mind. Okay? And the cards clarifying that are the Ra card, which talks about wild energy, pure potential. So basically, you can do whatever you wish. You have the power. You do. If only you so chose. But you are kind of on the fence about this. For what reason, I have no clue. But it is going to become apparent to you soon, I hope. Next, you have, oh, that gnome. And I think in order for this to become, in order for the Ra card to become apparent to you, you need to first break a habit. Breaking a habit or a pattern. You got to break this. And all that jazz. Well, all the jazz that comes with breaking stuff. Breaking a habit. It ain't easy, but it's definitely worth it. Cover girl. Next, you have the Singer of Connection. Now, the Singer of Connection, okay, talks of spiritual connection, karma, balance, empathy. So, this believing in oneself, okay, that will come with you realizing that you have full potential to do whatever you want, that needs to be, that you need to break a habit for, will allow you to tap into your spiritual side. Okay, will allow you to write your karma to make it good in order for you to reach balance. Okay. Next, you have the Birth Mother. Now, the Birth Mother, okay, talks of creativity, nurturing, productivity, intimacy, and sheltering. Now, you are not used to believing in yourself. So it might take time. Well, not that it might take time. It will take time in order for... I will reiterate that. It will take as long as you believe it to take for you to get out of this block. is what I am receiving. Okay. So you need to be very sheltering, nurturing of yourself until you do get there. Okay. Now, next card is the 10 of autumn pointing towards the left. Now, what did I just say? Not just, but what did I say about cards pointing towards the left? To me, they mean that they're happening slowly, or they happened in the past. I have a feeling that this one is happening slowly, because you first need to get out of your head and believe in yourself in order for this to fully come in. Okay, because this card says, take time to ensure the financial security of your children or other loved ones, making wise investments, planning for retirement. No, making wise investments or planning for retirement. Honoring family traditions. So, maybe you're going to have to go off the unbeaten path, and you are going to have to find your own way. And that is why maybe something is like not fully manifesting itself. Now, the first card clarifying that is Lattice Moon's daughter pointing towards the left. Now, Lattice talks of light cast in shadow, spiritual guidance, illumination, riddles. So you, yes you, need to bring something to light. Yes. Need to bring something to light for yourself, but also for your family and your other loved ones. Next. And I feel like that thing that you need to bring to the light about them is mainly about material stuff. Maybe, just maybe, what you're doing right now is not fulfilling you completely. And if that is so, you have to figure out how to let them know. Yeah. What it is you'd much rather be doing. Next comes the Sage card. And the Sage talks of wisdom, hidden knowledge, retreat, old age, patience. I feel like what you need to say to your family, well, you'll need to take your time. It will come to you. You just have to be patient, is what I'm picking up on here. Next, you have Mike the Myomancer. Now, Mike talks of small clues everywhere, details, messages everywhere, and patience. We're talking about patience, both of these cards. And both of these cards. So this means that it is going to take you some time until this information comes to you, which is the exact same thing that the Sage let us in on. So whatever this thing is that is going to present itself to you, it is going to take time, patience. So the main thing I would like to mention, which I don't think you guys are going to have trouble with that because you are earth signs, but I don't know what your other placements are, so calm yourself, just go within, center, ground, breathe, and let the answer come to you. Let it come to you. Okay? Because if you force it, the answer will not come. But if you let it go and you let it come to you, it will come to you in its own time. Okay? So, my gorgeous Tauruses, that is all that I have for you guys this week. If you like this and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description of this video and my price. Now, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell to be notified when I post new stuff, as well as leaving me a comment, because I adore comments. I read them all. I might not answer them all, but I absolutely read them all. And With that being said, my gorgeous Tauruses, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I will see you next time, okay? Bye!